Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. I just want to start off with saying, first of all, thank you for all your thumbs up, comments, likes, shares as well of these videos, and also the donations that I've been receiving. So that's really awesome. So really super appreciate those as well. The other thing is I just want to remind everybody that these reads are general reads, so they may not resonate with you fully. They may just partially resonate with you, and if that is the case, don't totally throw it right out, because it could be something more of a forecast for you that is coming. So and you know, sometimes, you know, and it may, so you may need to, like, at the end of the week, just like listen to this video and you know, and see what might have come up by the end of the week, or maybe even the end of the month or next week. So it just depends on where your energy is at. So anyway, so this is for, like I say, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius may be in your sun, moon, rising and or Venus sign. If you don't know what your other signs are, check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator in it, and it will work it out for you. So yeah, have a look at that, have a read about that, have a gaze and see what else, you know, see what, yeah, it's always an interesting read. And I know it was for me anyway, when I found it one month, and it totally made sense, you know. So anyway, where are we going? So I just want to also say, if you're wanting to book a reading, a healing, and or whether it's online or in person, and or, you know, property or house clearing, cleansings, and I call them healings as well. You can contact me in the description box below, is where all my details are. Okay. Anyway, so today, or this week, I'm using the Starman Tarot again, as well as the Crystal Spirits deck. They've been, they've kind of like this, crystals have been jumping out to me this week, and also the Energy Oracle cards. And I do have my angel cards here with some messages that the angels have given me across my evolution of my spiritual journey and life, to share with you. So I really don't know why I picked these cards up to shuffle them, but anyway, we'll soon see at the end of this reading. So I have shuffled the deck and pulled out some cards for you. I just really love the way that this deck is worded with the messages behind it. So I've taken some notes. That's why I've pulled these cards out first. So first up is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of, you know, the Ten is always for me about a transition. Okay. So usually there is something that's come to an end in some way or form, in the way that you feel about things, you know, see things, and it could be on an emotional level or even a physical level. So in Cups, it's always about, you know, feelings and emotions, basically. And intuition and creativity are the key notes, but also in relation to our relationship with ourselves, or yourself, and others, basically, in the relationship connection, you know, emotional connection with ourselves and others. So this is in reverse though, which is interesting, because in reverse there, so you may be feeling like a little bit that you're losing yourself, and there may be a sense of loss of freedom and independence, and that feeling of, you know, I'm just, you know, of abandoning dreams and things like that. So it's just a phase is what I'm hearing. So in the other way around, you know, this card normally depicts as, you know, well, it doesn't normally, it does if it was the other way around. So it talks about, you know, experiencing the joy of loving connection. So, and that's to do with having, you know, friends and family and connecting. And there's a different way of, you know, the relationships between some family members and others, and, you know, whether it be, gosh, you know, close family members or distant ones, you know, distant relations. But, you know, but it's, you know, this is also about, where am I going with that? They're talking about this, you know, like being you know, this connection that we have for the Ten of Cups is also about earning and not magically bestowing this, you know, this about you. It's like you've worked towards, you know, creating something, you know, an amazing, loving, long-lasting relationship. You know, we've worked on it, you know, with whatever it is going on with your family. It's like, and you've overcome some hurdles and some things that are not necessarily your ones, but it's like you've come to an understanding of what is happening, what was happening, what is happening with this, you know, with this renewal sort of things. And where are they going? It's kind of there's a lot going on there, and it's kind of like where are they going with it? Because it's generally this card in other decks and that I've worked with, it's about family coming together. And I feel like there may have been some distancing with family coming together. And so something is like come to an end in that. And for some of them, I'm feeling, okay, this is really, some of them it's like, okay, they're in the sense that, okay, maybe you've realized for some of you is that there's nothing more I can do. It's like, but I'm, you know, this is where I'm at with it. And I can't, you know, I can't do any more with that. So it's like, but you have a really amazing relationship with other members of your family. So that's just the way it is. It's just the way it rolls. And it's like not, what I'm hearing is from Spirit is not wasting too much energy on that, because this is where it takes you into this other spaces, you know, it may be, you know, that you've, you know, because it can take you into this like negative space, you could say, and not experience the joy of a loving connection with yourself, as well as, you know, in a family way, but also with your, you know, with your family as well, or that you're not experiencing that in your family. You know, that's what they mean by that. So it's like, so this is a really interesting, like, wherever that you sit with that, it's like something is coming to an end with that. It's like in the sense of a realization. So that whether this is in reverse or this is in up the right way, there's something about, you know, I'm going to turn it around, turn it up though, to shift the energy. So it's like, because there is a healing process going on that's maybe still going on with others, but there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is just send them love anyway and not get caught up in their drama, so you don't waste or use up too much energy, okay? Wow, could have just said that in the first place, but it's kind of feel like we had to go through that, so some of you could kind of get where they were coming from, where Spirit was coming from with that. As well, but it's been, and I just feel like it's been for some of you is a really long, arduous journey in coming to that conclusion for you, which is why, whoa, that's like, but there's been a complete, in a way, turnaround with the way that your perception of things, and knowing that actually you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink, okay? And then the Two of Wands comes in, which I feel like is you, that fire energy. So it's like something, it's like you skip out of that energy, well, you're building something up out of it. It's like now that you know, it's like work is underway. So there's some sort of duality about direction with this card, though, when this comes in, because it's like you get something go up and going. There's some really good foundations there, even with everything else going on. But it's like which direction shall I go now, or, you know, and that sort of thing. So they're talking, what I'm hearing about with that one is moving into like, it maybe some planning that maybe needs to take place, and it's sometimes we can get things going but never actually take action, even with the plans and even when we're planning stuff. So this card comes in that way. It's maybe something that you've made some plans, but you've not really, you know, followed them or followed through with them, and you keep adjusting them. So there's something maybe holding you back with that, but something is, there's something about looking out into the horizon, and like I'm feeling it on, you know, like where to now, and it's like which direction shall I go, because there may be like multiple opportunities that are out there that you're thinking, oh, okay, now what can I do and which way shall I go, and like Spirit is just saying, well, choose one, you choose something, otherwise you're going to be sitting idle anyway. and you can always, you know, whatever it is, because then you'll get the next clue to where it is that you need to be going. And it's like, well, just keep going and doing what you're doing until you get the next clue. It's like, you know, there is still something there. But you may not be actually really clear about what it is that you're doing, which is, you know, why this card has come up. So what I'm hearing is just like, do something, you know, something's better than nothing. Even if it is still just keeping doing what you're doing until you get the clues, and doing a bit of research about something else along the way as well. So then the King of Swords comes out, and he's like very much in control of himself, of his thoughts, of his, not so much his feelings, but mostly of his thoughts. But he knows who he is, and he's, you know, he's an amazing authoritative figure and energy about him, who is firm but fair. And I kind of feel like there is that energy, that sort of energy that for you that needs to be brought in, or is required to bring in, to like give yourself a kick up the backside and be quite firm and tough, and, you know, but fair on yourself as well. This isn't about like beating the shit up out of yourself, you know what I mean? This is about like encouraging yourself. This is about getting yourself motivated, or continuing with some momentum on your own. You know, not always can we rely on others to push us. In fact, we shouldn't always rely on others to encourage us all the time. We've got to push ourselves and lift ourselves and motivate ourselves and pick ourselves up ourselves sometimes, you know, or a lot of the time. And, you know, but also allowing others to help us, you know, to encourage us as well along the way. So he has a very shrewd yet charming way about him, and he can outwit his opponents through clever use of words rather than, you know, brute force, basically. So he's that sort of a person. He's very clever, very witty, with, you know, that's where all that mind, all that those thoughts come through here. But he's like, but he takes action. He's taking action. This is about taking action as well, and communicating your ideas and making them happen. Okay, but making decisions and also asserting your power with it for some of you. Okay. But he believes in a fair world, so he's willing to endure, you know, pain, you know, the pain, to do it, you know, like the hard work to do to create whatever it is that he needs to do in order to create what he wants to do, be given heaven in his life. So, but I kind of feel like there's something that requires you to quell your emotions to come up with a workable plan about how and where to now, basically, which is following on with this Two of Wands. It's interesting. So actually, and then the world comes up. So the world is saying the world really is there. The universe the universe is saying, you know, the world. Then this card is saying, universe, I am your beloved conduit for the radiance and grace of life. So this, you know, in this deck, this card, you know, talks about with the, you know, the world is, you know, there is a patiently and expertly riding the waves of life towards success, achievement, and completion. You know, completion of a cycle, basically, of something. Okay, as well. So it's kind of like right in your face. I want to put it right in there, like, come on. So this is about, like, you know, not, this is about not beating yourself up about, you know, not having things not moving in the way that you would like them to move. However, it was also about, on saying that, taking action and doing some research along the way with others, or taking action with other things to make something happen or create something happen. You know, and when I say make, they're talking about not make it, force it, but to make a pathway to show you where the next step could be or might be. Okay, and therefore, because I was just showing me information coming from this side, that side, for, you know, there's a few projects going on with some of you as well. So then the Prince of Wands comes in, which I feel like this is you. And the Prince of Wands talks about, he's about energy and action. And he is the seeker of knowledge, okay? So he's the Knight of Wands and, you know, in other decks, basically. So it may mean that, you know, with him coming, it may be that you need to develop some fiery optimism and enthusiasm, you know, with you. So he could be, you know, and this card, when it comes out, it could mean to also there may be a move from home, a shift from abode, which could be, you know, in the same country, or even a move, or for even a job, a move from a job or a home. And it could even mean, you know, from this country as well. So, but there's a lot of energy and action with this Prince of Wands that comes through with that to help you like zhuzh yourself up and get yourself going in some way or form. So then we have the Princess of Pentacles, who is in reverse. So she talks about, this is like the Page of Pentacles in other decks. So talks about small beginnings. So there's something there in the background, and making plans for development, develop this, you know, so there may be a new beginning of a new project in some way or form. Okay, so with the Pentacles, it's probably got to do with money. But this card here in this deck talks about, I value all of life. But this is in reverse. So there could be something that's blocking your way, or you're putting something in your way that doesn't necessarily need to be there. So it may be that you're feeling a little bit tired. So it may be energy wise, but this, you know, the Prince of Wands is coming around. So I'm going to turn that around. And just like saying, like, this is a lot of it is about getting in your getting out of your head. And why I say that is because the Devil card is here, okay. And it's the Devil card is, you know, there's something about, you know, restraining yourself from, you know, breaking yourself from the chains, basically, of you know, that lack of self-belief, of whatever it is that's there. It's not just the circumstances in life. It's about ourselves as well, or yourself as well, breaking free from that which restrains you. And it's also, I'm hearing restrains, but I'm also hearing strains you as well. So, and like looking away from that, moving around, because I've just noticed I'm like just turning away from something. So it may be that you're needing to turn away or walk away from something or someone at some point and somehow. So then we have like the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is something to do with, you know, moving away from some emotional strife is what I'm hearing from with this card. And so in this deck, I'm just going to actually, we'll look it up because I can't remember what it is about actually in this deck, and I really feel I need to like check it out. So yeah, I am a wonder in life, okay, is the affirmation that goes with it. So it's like encouraging you. This card is about the desire to go back in time, basically, to when things were of innocence and simplicity. So it's like, but it's also about, you know, like what I'm hearing is discovering. This is about discovery, basically, and growth and something blooming. And it's about looking forward into the future, because when I look at this card, I'm thinking about this card, and in my other deck, it talks about, you know, like, you know, dreaming and looking forward into doing things in life, as well as not letting yourself, you know, emotions get in the way of, you know, of holding you back. That's where I feel like this card is going with that. So it's like, and it's like bringing things into alignment of where it is that you're wanting to go, and not sitting in strife, you know, of things in the past, you know. Okay, yeah, basically it's looking forward, creating that vision board, or that vision as to what is it that you want to create. And it may be that not necessarily giving, look at that, dreams are free, and dreams can be achievable. We've just got to make an effort and steps outside of our comfort zones in some ways, and push past our barriers. Decision. So there's probably a decision that's coming up that you may be right there and then right now. And then this other card, brother. So there's something to do with a brother for some of you that may be like getting in your way, or you may need to talk with, in the sense of, for some of you, that maybe just having a connection with a brother and finding some common ground, because I'm kind of drawing that back to like the first card as well, like family unit coming together with that one. So there's something that's moving, like that's shifting, because I've turned that card up that way, and so it's kind of something is coming into the end or of that. So there's some sort of celebration that's coming up with family coming together, which is, you know, and it's kind of, but it's maybe more all inclusive. There's, yeah. Interesting. And then I'm just going to draw a card from this deck here, the Energy Oracle deck as well. So it's kind of just, oh, that just flipped right over back, and I don't know which one that is now. It did a 360. Actually, I do know which one that is because it's flipped right. Oh, no, I don't. Just thinking, did that one go up the right way? Here it is. It's these two. They flip right over. Happy family, okay? You'll know what that's about for you if you understand this message, okay? And it's not going to self-destruct in 5 seconds. I've just heard that Mission Impossible music there, and attachment. So there's some sort of attachment to something or someone or some way of doing things. So it's maybe looking into that. So it's because it's like number 5 in there. So this is about energy shifting or so there's whatever this attachment is, you may even feel like you need to detach from it, sending amazing loving energy to it with number 5, because 5 is about, you know, everything is energy and vibration. So making sure that your energy and vibration is, you know, is to Mickey. So you're encouraging and you're putting out, which is encouraging, like, you know, awesome vibes, good vibes and energy, because it's like that law of attraction, is it what you, you know, or that in that thinking around, you know, what you sow is what you reap, that same sort of thing, and that's energy wise as well. 4, happy families. No, it's number 4 in the deck. So 4 for me is about foundation and security, stability, and it's not just about with families. It's with, you know, with family foundation and money, security, that side of things as well, and stability in that sense. But also with, and not necessarily that you have to have all, you know, that in, you know, in there right now and bubbling away, you could say, but it's like working towards it, or it may be something that has been there always for you, and something may have been like a little bit bubbly, and it's like, which is interesting, it comes back to that 10 of Cups again, but all the way through there, whether it's, you know, there's something to do with family business, family land, family trust, or family this week mostly, and coming back to you and your relationship with your family, and how that looks, you know, for you, how it is for you, okay, and finding some sort of balance in there. Cool. Or healing in there. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you, or with you, Sagittarius. So I hope you understand that. With all that, there's a lot of healing energy that went into there. So just like, you know, holding your space in there as you move through this, and remembering we do actually have a new moon that's coming out on this Saturday. So in between now and then, it would be a really nice time to release that which serves you no purpose for your highest good. That's for the greater good of one and all. So you're not, you know, it's just it's fully releasing it with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, and prosperity and abundance as well. Okay. So that's what my amazing spiritual team, the energy of the Zions as well, and of course the energy of Sagittarius. Okay, bye for now. If you would like to book a reading, a healing, or a healing session with me in person and or online, but also I do property clearings, blessings, and I call them healings as well, because it's kind of, that's all round, you know, it rounds everything up nicely anyway and beautifully. So yeah, you can make contact with me in the description box below. You will find my details. Okay, anyway, bye for now. We'll see you next Wednesday.